Hey guys, welcome to Horology Biology. In today's video, I am going to be touching on the #1 question that's been coming up a lot of lately. Should I wind my automatic watch or not? I'm going to address this in more a different matter than what I've seen on some of the YouTube videos. I'm going to show you the technicals of what is going on inside the watch and why you should 100% wind your automatic watch if you have the capabilities to do so. So guys, I had a guy reach out to me a few days ago and he was asking the question of, hey, my watch was not running 100%. I basically gave it a couple of shakes and I put it on my wrist and off I went. And it wasn't super reliable. Then I found out that the guy was not actually winding the watch a little bit prior to actually putting it on from being a completely dead watch. Now, in my opinion, this is a no-go. If your watch has the capability to wind it, then you should give it a wind before you basically wear it.
You should have wind your watch.
In my situation, what I do is this. I will basically get the watch if it's completely dead. I will give it about 10 winds. I will put it on my wrist and away I will go. The reason being behind this is that I am giving it a little bit of boost of power because it has the capabilities to do that, because it has the hand winding functionalities at the same time as it being an automatic watch. If you rely on just the rotor to do this, it's not going to be enough. You've also got to remember something different, guys, as well, that's not being touched on other people in other videos. In today's society, the vast majority of us are stuck behind desks. An automatic watch will work on the functionality of your wrist when you're moving it, etc., etc., and it will turn the rotor, applying a small amount of charge to the watch as you go. Now, as most people are sitting behind a desk for 8 hours a day, you're not really moving your wrist, are you? Even if you're typing on the keyboard and etc., your wrist is still in a stationary position. So ask me, how is your watch being wound? Quite simply, it's not. So therefore, it is absolutely paramount that you should wind your watch a few times when you first put it on the wrist before you go out for your day. Now in this example, this is an Eniker Ultra Dive, as you can clearly see, and it's mine. This watch has the AR1145 inside, and I'm basically going to show you now exactly what happens when you wind the watch and what happens when you wind it manually, and of course what happens when it's wound with the automatic works. So basically here you have got the ratchet wheel. You have got the crown with the winding stem. That is basically connected to the winding pinion, which obviously works through the motion works to the ratchet wheel and winding up the watch. Now, as you can see, when I wind the watch, the ratchet wheel turns very fast. I'm not actually turning the crown that much, if you can see, but you can see the speed of how much wind is getting turned into the ratchet wheel, thus winding up the mainspring. Now let's do this with the rotor and exactly see how that works. I'll use a piece of Rodico for this so that I can move the rotor and mimic it. Again, pay close attention to the ratchet wheel. Now when I move this, you see how slowly that basically winds up.
Slow, like that.
Even if I do it quick like this, you can basically see that it is just moving it really, really slow.
That's pretty slow.
Now think about this from a logical aspect. If you just put the watch on and you basically just give it a few shakes and then away and you go, you are not putting in sufficient wind within this watch whatsoever, because it basically cannot wind it up in the same fashion as a hand wind. The idea with it is that you would basically give it a few turns with this. I usually give it about 10 winds, and then I'll put it on my wrist and away I go. Because doing it just with the rotor is not going to be sufficient, because you can clearly see that even though it's fully engaging correctly, it just does not turn the ratchet and provide enough power in one go. And it really is as simple as that, guys. Guys, if you like this short, informative video, super fresh and super nice, by the way, hit a like on this video. Feel free to subscribe to the Horology Biology channel. And of course, I've got some new super fresh restoration videos coming up. I've got this nice satina that I'm going to be doing really soon as well. So guys, as always, until next time.